This is the QCY H3 noise cancelling headset, which only costs $50. And the first time I saw it, I thought I bought a Sony headset. Similar structure, design, and the way of fitting, I can even fit it into the original bag of a Sony 1000 XM2. But compared to Sony, it is not that easy to adjust the movable parts for better fit. It is fine to rotate and fold, but it's hard to stretch out the headband. On a Sony, you won't have that strong friction, so you better adjust it before you put it on. It is covered by two different materials, which are matte-coated plastic and soft artificial leather. Speaking in a good way, very simple design. But in fact, that's for saving cost. So how does it feel when wearing it? Well, firstly, it's not heavy. 265 ground weight is lighter than the 1000 XM2. The earmuffs are very soft and thick, but it's a bit sticky and tight to wear it for a long time. A lot of stuffing in the headband, but it's not covered too much. You will feel a little bit pressed down on your head. The interface indicators are all located on the right side, but there's no touch control or NFC. All the operations are controlled by physical buttons. The upper one is the power button, which can also control playback and pause, and the lower side is the volume switch. On the other side is the NC control, as well as the sound effect switch. Once you're familiarized with these buttons, you can blind control it very easily. But because of the buttons are too close to each other, so it is easy to touch it mistakenly when picking up. Sometimes it's the NC switch, sometimes the pause button. Like other noise-cancelling headphones, you need to download the app to have the complete using experience. There are not many complex features in the app: personalized buttons, sound effects, NC settings, and search and headset. The noise-cancelling ability of this headset does match its selling price quite well, because it is not an effective one, but it can still help a little bit.
ANC on.
The noise from the aircon and air purifier in the office can be reduced significantly. But when it comes to talking voice or construction noise, it couldn't help at all.
ANC on.
If someone is talking next to you, turn on the ANC will reduce the environment noise, but at the same time, it would make the talking voice even more clear. Same thing would happen when using on the outdoor. Especially the noise like voice announcements in the subway will be even more penetrating compared to other NC headset. Unlike the noise cancelling, the transport mode is rather a surprise. It feels pretty close to the actual listening experience, except there's a little background noise.
Pass through.
然后这一层。
你还不如直接吃呢。我怀疑哈，它这里面可能放了什么中药，可以通肠通便，是吧？有可能有这种，你不是说有功效吗？
我也吃饭。
你确定是饭？这是药膳。
So obviously, this inefficient noise cancelling effect cannot help me to be concentrated. Therefore, some music is needed. With the help of that, I can better focus on my things. As for the music playing quality, it is just better than nothing. No matter it's wireless playing or with the cable connected, it is the same chaotic and messed up, especially when playing music with complex arrangements. Unlike on Sony, which frequencies are clearly divided, although with too much space, H3 is like blending every frequency all together, which sounds pretty blurry. So I started to hope the sound effects adjustments could help me out. I have tried every single option I got, but I found out that although they seems offering different effect, but actually did almost no change at all. I also tried adjusting the equalizer, and it helped a little bit by setting the voice at front, but eventually it is not a solution. There's also a sound effect market, but none of them could improve the sound quality, cause you know what, the H3 is not even in the support list. So why is this option even existing? Nevertheless, playing some pop music with noise cancelling on can still offer an immersive experience, as well as when reading books or writing some scripts. Moreover, you can have a seamless switching experience between two devices. It will automatically select the one is playing audio. I wouldn't say it has a very fast switching speed, but that's way better than reconnecting it. Now we have to talk about the biggest issue that troubling me the most. That is, you cannot turn on the headset if you plug in the cable. Which means you can only use it wirelessly if you want to enable the noise cancelling. And you cannot use the built-in microphone when connecting with a 3.5mm headphone cable. But something surprising is that the USB interface is not only for charging, but also allows you to use the microphone through the USB cable. But I need to remind you again, don't expect a good audio quality.
宝贝儿在吗？网恋吗？
There's another advantage of transmitting audio signal by Type-C port. That is, you will no longer need an adapter to connect your phone. Although you cannot turn on the noise cancelling or any sound effect, but it won't be an issue if you're just playing some games. And it will be keeping charging so you can have full battery anytime you disconnect the cable. Follow the information on its package. When it's fully charged, the battery can last for 35 hours with noise cancelling on. Based on my situation, which is a couple of hours usage a day, the battery could last for more than a week with fully charged. That is to say, it is not that easy to finish the battery because you are constantly charging it. There are some other problems I want to talk about. In the app, there's a function called Search My Headset. I thought it's the same like our power bank, which can play a sound when you click the searching, as long as it's within the Bluetooth range. But it turns out the searching function on H3 requires the machine stays inactive. So how can I find it if it was switched off? And one more thing, the default cable has a very strong stethoscope effect. It would be better if it was made by softer material. So is it worth buying? The pricing of $50 is a very attractive factor of buying it, and it wouldn't let you down in the actual usage if you can accept the sacrifices. There are many wire earphones with decent sound quality at this price range, but H3 decided to add a noise cancelling feature as the competition point, although you have learned through this video that it's not performing well. But I don't want to judge it so hard because the price has made up the shortage of its hardware and software. However, the conflict between noise cancelling and the cable connection, the confusing search function, and the useless sound effect adjustment are the drawbacks struggling down from the 6 scores worth buying zone. Therefore, QCY H3 TESTV gives 5.75 subjective overall scores.